So now it's time to summarize this whole year, what's happened in the world of AI. This year we saw a lot of new things, a lot of new breakthroughs, new launches, new startups. This year we saw some of the biggest investments in AI. Also we saw some of the biggest models this year came out. And on top of these foundational models, people started building tons of products, tons of wrappers, and started getting million, even $1 billion in fundings. So in this video, I'm going to summarize this whole year, this 2025 from January to December, what happened in every month, the breakthroughs, the investments, the AI infrastructure, everything that emerged out this year. So let's start this video. So I'm starting with January. That time DeepSeek came out. You might be knowing it. It's an open source Chinese company. DeepSeek released its R1 model on January 20, and after just launched, it reached second place on AI leaderboard because it was costing fractions of money what Western companies are costing. And this one release of this DeepSeek wiped over $500 billion of Nvidia's market cap. That time you might be heard of this. And just day after launch of this DeepSeek R1, American government announced a $500 billion project called Stargate, which is basically they will build an AI infrastructure. This $500 billion project was basically a partnership of SoftBank, OpenAI, Microsoft, and Oracle is also there. So these two major things happen in January. Let's move to February. So in last of February 27, OpenAI released GPT 4.5, which was improved version of previous version with high usability and accuracy. Also then only Anthropic released Claude 3.7 Sonnet, which was a hybrid reasoning model mainly focused on coding, math and problem solving. And in that same month, Alibaba announced over $53 billion investment in AI and cloud computing infrastructure over upcoming 3 years. And then only Apple also announced $500 billion US investment including AI servers in Texas. Now let's move to the March, where for the first time Google launched AI mode in search results. Earlier we just used to have ranked list, but now you see there is an AI mode in your search result also. And then only Google launched its Gemini 2.5 model, which was the best model that time for them. Now let's move to the April. So in April, Google unveiled its Iron TPU, which is totally designed for the age of interface. And in April only, OpenAI released O3 and O4 Mini with native agentic capabilities. Those were some early agents. I hope you might have tried that. And one more thing, which is Meta released that time only Llama 4 as a first open weight model with mixture of expert architectures. Now let's move to May. So in this month, one major thing happened, which is Google I/O conference, where some major announcement happened in that developer conference. Firstly, Google launched Veo 3, then Imagen 4 and Flow. I hope you might be knowing about Veo 3, which is a foundational platform from Google to create videos. And in May, one major thing happened, which is Anthropic launched Claude 4 with Opus and Sonnets with multiple variants. And you might be knowing Anthropic models are performing insane in coding and mathematics. And by the way, Claude's model are my favorite model. They took my development skill from here to here. Literally. Now I shifted from developer to AI powered developer. That's all because of this Claude models. All thanks to them. Now moving to June, where some of the product integration happened, like Google Search Live improvements. And one more thing, they were focusing on making AI more natural in daily use with Android platforms. Now July, and this is the month when some major milestones happened. First, Google's Gemini with DeepThink achieved gold medal standard at the International Mathematical Olympiad. Second thing, OpenAI hit $1 billion in monthly revenue. This month we saw that money are flowing like a river in application layer. But to flow that river, there should be some source of water. So we should not forget about infrastructure or AI chip manufacture company. In that same month only, Nvidia became first 4 trillion company. This number is insane, we saw for the first time. And also XAI launched Grok 4, which they were claiming that time top positions on reasoning benchmarks. And in this month, some of the infrastructure investment also happened, like Google announced $3 billion deal with Brookfield to modernize Pennsylvania hydropower facilities. This month, over $20 billion investment happened in data centers and AI infrastructure across PGM region. Now let's move to August, where we saw some model updates like OpenAI GPT-5 launched with unified reasoning, over 4 lakh tokens context window, and full multimodal processing. And one more thing OpenAI did, which took attention of a lot of open source users. OpenAI started following DeepSeek with its own open source model. Anthropic released Claude Opus 4.1. And one major thing from Google that is trending even now. Google released Nano Banana, which was a major upgrade in image editing in Gemini. We saw this model was performing insane to edit any image out there just with prompt. After release of this model, people started creating tons of images with just prompts. Whatever they can image, they are creating within seconds. Now let's move to September, where again some model releases and some major deals happened. Firstly, Anthropic released Claude Sonnet 4.5. As of now, this is the best coding model which are available out there. It is performing insane. And again, Gemini achieved gold medal level at International Collegiate Programming Contest World Finals. And this month, Google launched one thing which is Gemini Robotics 1.5, which was basically bringing AI agents into physical world. And some deals happened, like Nvidia announced investment of up to $100 billion into OpenAI and supply for data center chips. Deal includes deployment of at least 10 gigawatts of Nvidia system. This investment took a lot of attention. Now let's move to October, where some product launch happened. Like firstly, OpenAI launched its Atlas browser, which is basically a agentic powered browser. I've created one video. If you haven't watched, you can watch from here. This browser is totally agentic. They launched this browser in competition of Comet browser, which is from Perplexity. And they are just trying to show you future in present with these browsers. And for the first time, Nvidia became $5 trillion company in the history. All because of hardwares, GPUs, and building AI infrastructures. Now let's move to November, the second last month of this year. And this month I can say was totally of Google. They launched Gemini 3 with some major updates and crushed every benchmarks. And I can say this was the moment of the year. They launched their agentic code editor, Google Anti-Gravity, which is performing insane. They launched Nano Banana Pro, which is as of now the best image editing model out there. And it's also performing insane. Google implemented these all models throughout its ecosystem. And also OpenAI released GPT 5.1 with some additional refinements. And one major score we saw this month, which was Anthropic's Claude Opus 4.5, achieved 80.9% SWE benchmark because it did the best coding performance as of now. Let's not forget XAI Grok. XAI also, Grok 4.1 basically, topped multiple leaderboard, including emotional intelligence. Grok model are becoming quite emotional nowadays, I think. It is just trying to simulate humans' emotions, we can say virtually. And finally, December came, the end of this year, where Google introduced Gemini 3 Flash, which was specially designed for speed and efficiency. Nvidia released new Motron 3 series of open reasoning models for agentic AI. DeepSeek's V3.2 special earned gold medal performance at International Math Olympiad. And lastly, Meta announced software update for AI-powered smart glasses with Here Better Future. So these were some major things happened in 2025 in field of AI, where we saw China's rising with their open source models. We saw some of the best reasoning models that changed the trajectory of answers. These models shifted from simple response to deep thinking and chain of thought processes and gives well-structured answers. We saw agentic systems where we saw these chatbots are not just giving answers but also taking action. We also saw some of the biggest infrastructure boom, some of the massive investments in data centers and in energy infrastructure. And lastly, we also saw that some of the biggest comparison happened just because of being open source and closed source. This was the timeline of this whole year in field of AI. And in future, basically in 2026, if I'll tell something to you, some of the predictions if I can tell you. So in 2026, mostly you will see agentic systems are floating everywhere on the internet. We will see agents In every use case, in every application, we are shifting from answers to actions. We are shifting from generative AI to agentic AI. So this one thing is going to happen. One more thing will be happen, which is multimodality. These models will be able completely to work with audio, video, text, images simultaneously. And we have seen some examples also. And also many things will happen. What are some possible stuff going to happen this year? Make sure to comment below. And I'm wrapping up this video here. I hope you enjoyed this. I hope this video was informative to you. As a AI geek, as a tech geek, we should know these all stuff. And I hope you enjoyed this video. Until next time, bye bye, take care, see you.